Welcome to Gentle Chair Yoga. My name is Mary Munoz and I am from Fellowship Senior Living. I am the exercise physiologist and I today will be running the 30-minute yoga flow. It is appropriate for all fitness levels. The only items you're going to need today are a sturdy chair and comfortable clothing. We do the entire 30-minute flow seated in a chair. So let's get started. Let's move towards the end of our chair so that we have space in and around us. Our feet should be planted firmly to the floor. Hands can begin resting to the tops of our thighs. Let's roll our shoulders back 2 to 3 times to warm up the shoulders and the neck. Once your shoulders are back and down, keep those hands rested to the tops of the thighs. And I'm going to have you drop your right ear to your right shoulder. So just a gentle movement to allow a stretch through the left side of the neck. And if you feel you can, you're going to release that left arm to an extension, a diagonal pointing towards the floor, just to increase the stretch through the left side of the neck. And we're just going to hold. Gentle breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Great, and very gently we're going to return the head to center and release that left hand back to the thigh. And now we'll do the opposite side. So let's release the left ear to the left shoulder. And again, very gently releasing that right arm at an angle, fingertips pointing towards the floor, allowing the stretch of the right side of that neck, and continuing our gentle breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Excellent. All right, so let's release the head to the center. Hand can return back to our thigh. We're going to turn the right side of our neck. So looking over our right shoulder. Again, taking a nice deep breath in, filling your lungs, and then releasing and exhale a little bit more extended. Excellent. And now back to center. We're going to do the same to the left side, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And now returning the head to center. Very good. All right, so let's roll those shoulders again. The important part of sitting in our chair with our chair yoga is posture. So constantly being mindful of how our posture is, keeping those shoulders back and down. Our tummy wants to be pulled in nice and tight. You want to think that there's a line going from the top of your head to the base of your spine, holding you up nice and tall. Moving out towards the end of our chair also encourages us to use our abdominals and to keep our posture tall. All right, so let's drop our chin to our chest. And when doing this, you want to relax those shoulders. So again, being mindful that our shoulders are relaxed and down. And from this position, we're just going to move our head and neck in small half moon circles. So we're not going directly around and never bringing the head back. We just want to turn from right side to left. Very gentle movements. And we'll go through one more complete time. Right side to left. And then we're going to end in the center. Excellent. So very slowly you're going to raise your eye gaze. Here we will look towards the ceiling. A gentle stretch through the throat and the front of our chest. Again, being mindful of our shoulders, relaxed and down. Taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. And head will come to center. Great. So we're going to move on to our mini, what I like to call our mini Sun Salutation. So this is a seated version of the Sun Salutation. We're going to start with arms extended down by our sides. Palms can face forward. This is known as seated Tadasana, a very restful posture. So anytime during the practice, if you find that anything is too taxing for you, or you're feeling like you need a rest, sitting in Tadasana is a great way to have yourself a short restful period. So from here, to get to our mini Sun Salutation, we're going to take a nice big inhale as our arms come up overhead, palms will touch together. They'll return down to heart center. From heart center, we open wide, stretching the chest, stretching the arms. Palms come back together and release by our side. So we're going to do that for a few flows. So as we do, I'm going to prep you in our breath work. So we're going to inhale up, eye gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale down to heart center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, return to Tadasana. And exhale, hold. Good, let's do that a few more times. So inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. Inhale, release. Exhale and hold. Again, inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. Inhale, release. Exhale and close. And final time. Inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale to release. Exhale and hold. Very nice. All right, let's release those hands to the thighs. Again, take a 2 or 3 turns back of our shoulders. Again, adjusting our posture, sitting tall with head, neck, and shoulders. Let's take our right hand. We're going to cross over to the left side of our body. The left arm will release down. We will go into side bend. So as we inhale, utilize that right hand holding the thigh to anchor you. Stretching over. Feeling the stretch through the side body, up the ribs, all the way out the arms to those fingertips. Very nice. All right, let's release down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So let's inhale up, exhale over, and inhale, return down. Good. Inhale up, exhale over. Good. Inhale and down. Exhale, release, and last time. Inhale up. Over, holding, stretching, feeling that stretch through the side body, and we will release down. Excellent, very good. All right, so both arms will release by our sides. We'll roll those shoulders, and now we're going to change sides. So left hand will cross over, anchoring to the right right side of that thigh. As we inhale, that right arm comes up and over. That arm is anchored. We're feeling that stretch through the side body. And releasing down. Excellent. All right, we're gonna go 2 more times on this. So inhale up, exhaling over, and releasing down. Great, last time, inhale up, stretching all the way through that side body. Feel that stretch all the way through the arm, into the fingertips. And coming on back down. Good. We're gonna release both arms by the sides. All right, right forearm is gonna cross over the top of our thighs as we hinge forward. We're going into side angle pose. So as our arm is resting, we're hinging forward. That left arm will extend towards the ceiling as our torso makes a short twist. The eye gaze raises to look at those fingertips raised towards the ceiling. So utilize your thighs, utilize that forearm to have a restful pose, side angle pose, gazing towards the fingers. We're going to release down, arm extends towards the floor, and we're gonna do that 2 more times. So as we rest that forearm, let's inhale up. Again, making that twist of the torso, eye gaze up, raising towards the ceiling, looking at those fingertips, and releasing down. Good, this will be the last time as we inhale up, exhale to hold, and while we're holding, it's just gentle breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And we'll release down to a nice tall upright position. Arms released by our sides. We'll roll those shoulders back, prepping us for the other side. So now left arm will cross over those thighs. You'll rest as you hinge forward. That right arm extends up. That small twist of the torso to allow your eye gaze to raise up towards the fingertips, looking towards the ceiling. Normal, gentle breaths. And we'll release down. Great, so 2 more times. Again, readjust. Arm rests to the top of the thigh as we inhale up. Right arm is extending. Eye gaze towards the ceiling. Gentle breaths. Down. This will be last time. Inhale up. Exhale to hold. Continuing gentle breaths. And let's release down. Excellent. Torso comes back to a nice tall back. Roll those shoulders. Head, neck, and shoulders are nice and tall. Let's stretch that chest. So palms will come forward. Arms are at full extension. We'll inhale as we open, stretching across that chest. Exhale to close. 2 more times. We inhale to open. Exhale to close. And last time, inhale to open. And exhale to close. And releasing hands to thighs. We're going to go into our hinge forward. So as we do that, make sure that we're pulling that belly button towards the spine. It's a gentle hinge forward as our elbows bend in towards our torso, resting down and then pushing back to a nice tall back. So just a few flows, incorporating our breath work. As we release towards the torso, it's an inhale through the nose and an exhale as we return to a nice tall back. So just allow yourself to focus in on your breath work, feeling the stretch through the lower back and the hips, engaging the abdominals as we return to that nice tall back as we pull that belly button towards the spine. Let's go 2 more times as we inhale up. Excellent. Last time. And sitting nice and tall. Great. All right, so release those arms by the sides again as we roll those shoulders back. We're going to raise the arms, palms are up. We open to a full extension out. With palms up, we will do a reach from right side to left side, just a lateral reach, working the torso, stretching right to left in a nice easy flow. Excellent, just breathing as we go, never holding our breath. And we're going to go one more time to each side. Hands again back down to our thighs. Next, we're going to incorporate a spinal twist. So working into spinal flexibility, so important for our health and the aging of our spine. The more flexible our spine is, the better health you will achieve. So as we move into spinal twist, both hands will become important as to anchor you. So you'll inhale, let's roll those shoulders back so we're nice and tall. The backhand will come around, utilizing the chair for a little bit of leverage. That left hand will wrap to the side of the thigh, and you can use that to anchor you as you twist and look over your back shoulder. So again, as you move into spinal twist, you never want to hold our breath. As challenging as it might feel, just breathe into it and it will become a little bit easier. So let's return to center where our hands can rest to the tops of the thighs. Again, roll those shoulders back. We're sitting nice and tall. We're going into the opposite side. So left hand wraps around, holding the side of the chair. The right hand anchors to the thigh. Moving into spinal twist. Holding, but breathing, feeling a nice twist of the back, stretching, and now let's return to center. Hands will rest to the tops of the thighs. We're going to go one more time to each side. So again, roll those shoulders. We're sitting tall. Right hand extends back, utilizing that chair. Left hand runs over, anchoring to the outside of the thigh. Head and torso are twisting to look over that right shoulder. And breathing. Excellent. All right, let's go back to center. We have one more time to this left side. So let's move that left arm back, anchoring to the chair. Right hand is holding that thigh. Gaze is back and looking over that left shoulder. Back, neck, shoulders, head nice and tall. Good. Let's return to center, hands resting to the tops of the thighs. We'll continue on with our hinge forward. Again, we're going to engage those abdominals. This time we're going to add arm work. So the arms, palms will face each other. Arms will be extended parallel to the ground. We're going to inhale as we reach forward like you're trying to touch the wall on the opposite side. Stretching as far as you can go, and then again returning to a nice tall back as you bring that belly button to the spine. So again, we hinge forward, stretching nice and far, and come back. So we add that breath work. Inhale forward, stretch. And we exhale to return, nice tall back. 2 more times, inhale forward. exhaling back, and we're gonna go last time. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Wonderful. All right, let's release those hands to the thighs one more time, moving ourselves into cat-cow. Those hands will rest to the tops of our knees. Our cat-cow starts with an extension of our shoulders. Head, neck, shoulder opens, eye gaze goes towards the ceiling. We're stretching, we're breathing. We exhale as we round our shoulders, tuck our belly button, move into a hinge forward, and then return up to an extension, opening those shoulders, eye gaze to the ceiling, and return over. Shoulders rounded, belly button pulling in, hinging to our thighs. Last time, opening of the chest, shoulders, eye gaze up. And last time as we round forward, pulling that belly button towards the spine. And returning to a nice tall back. Great, roll those shoulders back. Hands are gonna rest to our hips. From here, we're gonna do hip circles. So a nice sort of movement for lower back, hip flexibility. We're going to move in nice large circles, hinging forward. We're gonna go about 2 to 3 times to one side. Once you've completed that, we're gonna go the opposite direction all the way around. Excellent. So your 2 to 3 times, we're gonna end to the center. And again, we sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. All right, so let's move into more work for our hip flexors, our knee joints, and down to our feet. So focusing down to our feet, we're gonna raise those toes up and down. So let's just move the toes gently, stretching across the front of the feet, the ankles, and the shins. Just a nice gentle movement. We're gonna change that up. We're gonna lift those heels up. Nice and easy, feeling the stretch and the movement of the calves, your ankles. We're gonna end on our toes. So in your final toe raise, let's stay there, holding, breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and then gently release the heels to the floor. Right leg is going to extend. So we have heel down and toe up. As that toe is up, you can pull that a little bit more towards you, feeling that stretch through the back of the calf and the hamstring. Both hands will rest to the top of the left thigh as we hinge forward. This gradually increases that stretch through the calf and the hamstring. And we're holding and then releasing up to a nice tall back. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling down. Exhale to hold. And releasing up. Last time, you're gonna actually take that right hand, and as you hinge forward, you're gonna reach down towards the ankle, this way intensifying that stretch just a little bit more. And then releasing back up. Wonderful. So we're gonna switch sides. Right foot can rest down to the floor. That left heel will extend. Leg is extended, toe is up, heel is down. Both hands are resting to the right thigh as we hinge forward. Feeling that stretch through the calf, through the hamstring. And again, gentle breath work as we hold. And slowly coming up to a nice tall back. Great, so we're doing this 2 more times as we inhale forward. Exhale as we hold. then we release that left hand, utilizing that to reach towards that ankle, making that stretch a little bit more intense. If you can reach knee or your shin or even your ankle, never forcing the stretch. And then we're gonna return to a nice tall back. Both feet are coming back down. Excellent. Let's roll those shoulders. We get our nice tall back, always being mindful of our posture. Okay, so our next movement will be to lift the knee. So what we'll be doing is working into some hip flexor rotation as we lift the right knee, utilizing our hands to wrap around the front of that right knee. We hug up nice and tall. As you can see, my back and my shoulders stay tall. You never want to hunch forward, rounding that back. We want to hold nice and tall. And then we're going to release that foot back down to the floor. We're going to do that one more time before we start our rotations. Wrapping around the front of the knee, back is tall, head, neck, and shoulders. And we're going to release back down to the floor. Very good. All right, so now we're going to add our rotation. As we move into that hug of the knee, you're going to rotate through, getting some work, getting some circulation into our hip flexor. Rotating in one direction. And then we're going to take it the opposite way. Great, so we'll put another 2 times around and then we're going to switch legs. Let's hug up tight and then release that leg down. Wonderful. All right, moving to the opposite side, same thing. We're going to reach with our hands, grasping around the front of our knee, sitting tall, we hug that knee into us. And then release it to the floor, prepping that hip flexor. You pull and hold, back is nice and tall. Excellent, and releasing down towards the floor. All right, so now we're adding that rotation. So, holding nice and tall into a hug, let's gently roll that knee. Moving into the range of motion that works best for you. Again, never forcing a movement. Once you've gone 2 or 3 times in one direction, let's take it the opposite way. Good, feeling a nice stretch, increased circulation, and we're gonna end at a nice big hug of that knee. Release down. Very good. All right, let's release arms by our sides. Let's roll back 2 times. Pressing palms together, we're going to rest our hands at heart center. Head will go to chin. Resting down. Taking a deep breath in. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Eye gaze comes to center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today in this 30-minute yoga flow.